guys, this is Dandelion Song. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It just was so many exciting findings today. I guess I'd been working on trying to find that 816 for a long time, and I was amazed that today that they would have different interpretations of the 816. I guess I was waiting for them to do that on this, the 16th of August. And so today I found that Allison Parker equals 816, and yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, I found out that stock market equals 816. There's just some other 816 tie-ins, and it really broadens the story. So I was just coming back here to the Georgia Guidestones, and I was looking because I thought, maybe there's an 816 around here. And I found this. Well, first of all, they have their 77, and this is the way, if you multiply the 7 times the 7, it's a 49, and that reduces to a 13, and that the letter correspondence of that is M. And so there's a lot of depth to the letter M. It's the center. There's a cipher called an achromatic cipher, and I've showed it a few times in some of my written, where I write on a piece of paper and do a decode. Sometimes I'll show it in there, and it makes a 5 by 5 block of the alphabet where M is in the center, and that also shows that the M is a very central and important letter for these symbolists, the people who care about all these symbols. But so this isn't really an 816 that I found, but it kind of is. It kind of is backwards. It's a 169 heading from Maple Springs to Red Hill, and it does happen to be 20.22 miles, which is another one of their favorite numbers. I do want to check maybe this heading, maybe a few other headings, but I just wanted to show you this real quick, because now that I'm learning to understand how they move the numbers, you could see this as a 618, which is the first 3 letters after the decimal point of 5. And those letters, those numbers stay the same through the square, and that matters because Philadelphia has 2 5s in it, and I believe that's how they are viewing that word, that if a word has 2 5s in it, even if they're not even spelled properly, I think that they are considering a different mathematic algorithm for that. And I do need to, everybody who listens to me probably has figured out by now that I stammer and sometimes I say things wrong. My kids love to make fun of me for this. And sometimes I re-listen to my videos and I try to fix them, and sometimes I don't have time to do that. So I just thank you for your patience and bear with me, and you're probably going to catch me saying something that is it's probably near the opposite. Sometimes I will say something that's in left field compared to what I mean to say. Sometimes it's close, sometimes it's the opposite. But I'm human. And, I've had kids and teenagers, and sometimes the kids and teenagers, they rattle your brains, and then sometimes you don't talk right after that. So I love my kids, but they're worth all the trouble. But sometimes I don't talk right. And sometimes I stammer. So I just wanted to, probably everybody gets that, but I just want to acknowledge that I know that, and I accept that about myself. So my brains work good in other ways. So I'm going to pause this and see what else I can find. All right, so you might think this is crazy, but it just came up on the side of my YouTube that Elvis Presley died on 8/16. And so that was 1977, and this is also, we just saw the 77 next to the Georgia Guidestones, and I know this, unless you're really into these codes, a sideways trip like this can really turn someone off who hasn't been looking at the codes for a while. But since this was such an important person, I was looking at the number on his thing. I think that there's something here. Plus, he lived in Memphis. That's a really important Egyptian city, and I saw here that he is a twinless twin, and I think that means that his twin was born dead. But let me look. Yeah, so he is a twinless twin who has lost a twin brother or sister. Either their twin died due to miscarriage, vanishing twin syndrome, or stillbirth. And some twinless twins feel a guilt that they survived when they twin did not. So anyway, I had no idea about that. And Elvis fits in, so that fits into the twin idea. twin towers, and just, I don't know, it just fits in. So I'm going to just look a little bit more. Oh, he has a 35. He's born in 35. 1/8. And anyway, I don't want to waste your time. If I find anything besides that he died on August 16th with the 77, that's also right near the Georgia Guidestones. If I find something interesting, I'll bring it to you. All right, well, there's a few interesting things about Elvis, but I think it's probably mostly symbolic allegory. He was the king, and he did die on that day, and there are lots and lots of 9/6 numbers, and also 888 numbers in like his songs, and some of the things he even has on his Jailhouse Rock. He has a 624 on his chest, which could be a 924 idea. So I don't know. I'd have to kind of soak myself in the allegory to try to get an idea of what the symbolism actually means. So I'm probably not going to go that deep with Elvis there. But he does have a 216 gematria of his name, which is a pretty special number. According, they call that a Baphomet number. It's also February 16th, but it's 2,160 years for a zodiac age, and they consider that a special number, and that's why they put it in the names of the people who are important to them. Okay, well, what I wanted to show you was this video having to do with the happenings today. And it just shows you, in case you had any doubt about how strange this was. Maybe I'll put a whole bunch of links in the description of just the things that I saw from different YouTubers who found no blood when they looked through the aerial photos and other suspicious things. But I think this one really takes the cake. And so if you can find this link, and it would be the ox101arc.com link I'm going to put in the description. It shows the gunman here at the very beginning of the clip. He's got the gun out, and he has the cell phone out, looks like. He's got both things out, and this is Allison Parker, I believe, and I don't know her name. I should remember it, but I don't. And they are chatting, and the cameraman isn't filming them, if you watch this, and they don't make any notice of somebody standing at close range pointing a gun at them. And he does it for, more than just a few seconds. So, and the cameraman never turns around in this video. So anyway, I thought you might want to take a look at this video and see what you think.